Hey y'all, welcome to the Gamer Show. I'm one of your hosts, Fred Y.
I was just watching the intro. And I'm MikeC, y'all.
Hey man, we ain't gonna cookie cut it. We're gonna get straight into it. Let me go to this video. All right, so for those of you that have been living under a rock, okay, you remember the guy that started that insurrection that killed some cops and injured a lot of his followers? You know the guy, yeah, you know the guy that has been convicted, is now a convicted felon, right? You know the guy that paid hush money to hide from sleeping with a porno star that somebody else did time for, and he didn't even sleep with her. You know the guy that groped Aging Carroll. You know the guy that admitted he's a pedophile as well, and this is not allegedly. You know the guy that hosted the Miss America pageants that said, "Yo, I went inside there and inspected them, and they've been naked, and these were young teenage girls." You know the guy that said, "Hey, I want to sleep with my daughter." You know that guy? You know that guy? Well, apparently somebody tried to knock him off. And let's say first, we here at the Gamer Show, we do not condone violence, right? We don't condone killing people. No, let me say we don't condone. Mike doesn't condone violence. I do. I condone violence. I don't condone killing people, right? But you know what I'm saying, you can beat them up. I condone that. Because if you get an ass whooping from a person, and the advisory warning is up, if you get an ass whooping from a person and they don't kill you, then you deserve that ass. Whatever you did to that person, you deserve that ass whooping. So me and Mike, I can probably assure you that we don't condone killing people, right? There are plenty of ways that you can sit up here and discuss what you're going through without the use of a gun.
Yep.
Now, if you would have checked me some years ago, way back when I was a teenager, I wouldn't had agreed with that sentiment, right? But you know, now I'm paying mortgages and shit like that. It's a little bit different now, right? But let's get into it, man. This guy, so the guy that killed him, attempted to kill him, botched the situation, and now this guy is going to use this to think that he's invincible. And before y'all start blaming the far left or the far right or Joe Biden, because I don't fuck with Joe Biden either, right? Before y'all start blaming Nancy Pelosi or her husband or Michael Pence or fucking even James Brown, before y'all start blaming him, the guy that tried to kill him, I think it was two. One of the guys that tried to kill him was a registered Republican. So don't come with the narrative, because I know what the narrative is going to be. He's going to go back to the FBI shit where they didn't raid his house. They did a search warrant on his house. And when the FBI comes to your house, they come loaded with guns. The feds come packing. So they, at least in that instance, they treated you like a regular citizen, but Your ass wasn't home at the time, so you got full-fledged warning. But if anybody would have been in his circumstances at that
Oh
state,
yeah, most definitely. Oh, it would have been curtains. It would have been curtains.
they wouldn't have
He
got
had,
that.
and that's what they call around the way as privilege. So he already got the heads up far as for that. The FBI already knew where he was. That's why they raided that particular location to get what they needed to get. You know what I'm saying? They know he wasn't here. Come on, he had Secret Service agents on him all the time. You think they didn't know where he was? I mean, like, this is common sense far as with that, and also too far as their actual order when they go to raid stuff like that. They are allowed to use deadly force. That's with anything they go do. Far as the FBI when they go, far as a search and seizure, far as for that. So he, like you said, he was treated like a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Far as in that regard, but he wasn't treated like a regular person because he wasn't home. You know what I'm saying? They knew exactly where he was. So, like you said, don't have nobody say anything different far as for that. And that Biden said he has a kill order for that. No, that's for anybody with that type of when they go far as a raid or anything like that. With this whole situation.
But hold on. But what you
Right.
saying that, right? What you saying that before you continue, right, Mike? This is the same guy that said that if he killed one of his opponents, it would be justified.
He would get away with it. And you're right. You're right to that freaking point. This is the same guy that says all this stuff. I could walk down the middle of the street and shoot somebody or blow somebody away, and they still love me.
And this is the same guy on January 6th that didn't want to put up metal detectors. Remember that.
Yep.
He didn't want to put up metal detectors for the guys that went down there and assaulted Congress for not going with his plan. Same guy that didn't want to check the Proud Boys because these niggas was packing. We live in the DMV. You cannot have a weapon. You can't even have a fucking shotgun in Washington, D.C. You cannot possess any firearms in Washington, D.C. You can't. And as a former bounty hunter, I used to be a bounty hunter, and I carried a shotgun. But we could not get anybody in D.C. If we did go to D.C., we could not bring any type of firearms. Now, this was back in the day. This is when motherfuckers was selling I got my shotgun from the fucking pawn shop in Bellsville, a 12 gauge with the pistol grip. You can have this shit in Maryland, but you can't have it in D.C. And he did not want motherfuckers being checked in D.C.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Well, as far as getting into the situation, you know, with the guy that profusely lies all the time, he couldn't. If it's raining, he said it's not raining. If the sun is shining, he says it's raining.
And they'll
You can't
believe
this guy as far as with anything he says out of his mouth. He is untrustworthy. You know what I'm saying? This whole situation just screams kind of foul, but you know, as far as with this world that it is today, with everything that's getting put out there, as far as all this negativity and all this, people are sick and tired of all this being lied to and all this bull crap. Seriously, man, they are tired of all this stuff or whatever. Granted, don't want nobody to die or anything like that. This right here is completely ridiculous, but we live in a world today where people feel that they can do whatever they want. And you know what I'm saying? And it's right, like no type of it's not safe. Even those innocent people up in the audience and everything, because I think somebody got injured or did somebody die as well too? I don't know if anybody died far as for that, but I know some people got injured far as with the random shots of shooting this dude, man. So it's not even mind boggling. It's like we talked about this stuff a lot of times earlier when we said something's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
We predicted that.
We've been talking about this because just how everything was rolling, just how people were just freedom of speech is one thing. But the freedom of lie to get somebody to have this cult type of following, far as for this particular thing, when are we going to get it through our heads that we just need to pick the person that does the best job? You know what I'm saying? you are not always going to win. You're not always going to lose. But what happened to fairness, man? There's no such thing as fairness now. It is. It's like whatever the powers that be control it all. You know what I'm saying? If you have power and everything like that, sky's the limit.
And white. And white.
Oh yeah, privilege, yeah.
Yeah.
And privilege.
If you are white and you have a lot of money, you can get away with any fucking thing. Now, to be an American citizen, it's a fucking shame that in America, an American citizen, a black man, as myself, you know, Mike, I have been a convicted felon. I have been a convicted felon, right? And at the time, okay, because you can't go back 10, you're not supposed to be able to go back 10 years. But
right.
Being a convicted felon, there are certain things in life that jobs, I would say, there are certain jobs in life that I would never, ever, ever, ever be able to hold. You got this white motherfucker that's a convicted felon that did shit. I did shit that was way less than what he did. Way less than what he did, right?
Right.
And he gets to be a candidate to run for fucking president. In the Constitution, it states that if you're a part of an insurrection, you cannot hold any type of government office.
Yep. And what's going on right now? Because honestly, after all that crap should have happened, he should have lost all his Secret Service detail and everything like that. He should have all privileges revoked and everything like that. But they're still guarding this dude. You know what I'm saying? Which was mind-boggling as well too, bro. I'm like, it doesn't make no freaking sense, man.
It doesn't. And I'm not a Diddy fan. Fuck Diddy. And whatever Diddy did he do it? Hell yeah, he did it. What'd they do to Diddy? They took back the key of the fucking city for him. Howard revoked that doctrine or whatever the fuck they gave him. And
honorary thing, yeah.
And he hasn't even been to court yet. Diddy has not even been to court yet. And they revoked, they took away all his shit. But
Trump been to court.
Trump has been to court.
And convicted.
And convicted. They haven't took away none of it.
Oh, supposedly his gun. He had to turn in his gun, something like that, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
This is why some of the black community don't trust law enforcement. We don't trust the system because we don't trust our government. I don't. Because you know why? Because the Republicans are a bunch of fucking bullies and the Democrats are a bunch of bitches because they don't have no type of fucking spine. The whole Congress shit, everybody that's elected in Congress don't have any balls. None. Because of what this man have done, he should have been out. Yep. And everybody is making excuses for him.
Hey, Fred, you remember when all this stuff was going down, the insurrection, all that stuff, right? They was like, oh, I can't believe this stuff. President Trump has gone on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call him president, but Trump has gone too far and everything like that and all that stuff. And then what was it like next week later? Oh, they was just protesting peacefully. Oh, they just came in there and sat down and stuff. When they were freaking running for their lives, ducking and cover and hiding. You know what I'm saying? When they came up in there, because they didn't know what the hell was going to happen.
Let one of them had gotten to him. One of those Republicans that was in that fucking validating that fucking vote. Let one of them fucking insurrectionists got to him, or what Trump called them, hostages. Let one of these motherfuckers where they got to one of these people on the floor. They would have been singing a different tune if they would have tragically killed one of these people.
Yep.
You can't sit up here, and even with that fucking debate, He said that the shit didn't happen. He said that the shit did not happen. The insurrection did not happen. How the fuck can you tell me that it didn't happen when the shit was on the news live? Everybody seen the shit.
Yep.
He didn't concede. He didn't do anything that a president would do. But if Trump can run for president, why don't we just get Rayful Evans to run for fucking president? Rayful Evans, he was the biggest coke dealer in Washington D.C. and got locked up for the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Won't we elect it? Matter of fact, if anybody's related to Rayful Evans, tell him that he should run for president, man, and I will vote for him. I will vote for Rayful Evans. Uncle Ruckus. Tell Uncle Ruckus to run, and I will vote for him. Rayful Evans and Uncle Ruckus, one vice president, one president. I don't give a fuck who it is. And I don't fuck with Biden either. I'm not on Biden's dick. I don't fuck with Biden. Fuck Biden and fuck Trump. Or I'm sorry for calling him Trump. What did I call him? The Klansman?
The Grand Wizard.
The Grand Wizard. So fuck the Grand Wizard and fuck Biden. The reason why I don't fuck with Biden is a couple of things. Because in his years before he became president, he was trying to crack down the most harshest laws on the black community. On the black community, right? It was only the black community. A lot of that shit that they were doing, they weren't doing that in the suburbs of the black communities. I mean, of the community. They was doing that shit only in the black communities. And then when he said that shit, if you don't vote for me, you not black. Then the passing of these fucking bills when the Asian people was getting fucked with, and then the other foreign people was getting fucked with. They was quick to pass that bill about all these fucking hate crimes. But you know what? Niggas been dealing with that shit for over 500 years and still dealing with the shit now. Economically, we ain't no fucking where. Name me a person, a black person that has general wealth. I'm not talking about fucking Jordan. I'm not talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Fuck them too. That's right, I said it. The Beehive, fuck Beyonce, and fuck Jay-Z. Fuck both of them. Name me somebody that has generational wealth besides fucking basketball players, athletes, and fucking musicians. Name me somebody that has a black person that has generational wealth. You know why you can't? It'd be hard pressed to find. Because we don't. Because we were slaves. We was I'm talking about black people in America. I'm not talking about these niggas over here in Africa. And I don't agree with them too. Because you can come over here, and I don't hold any policies. I don't like any of the policies that any of the candidates have, right? What I don't like is how you can come over to the US of A and have a clean fucking credit slate, and you can open up all type of fucking businesses. You can open up nail salons. You can open up fucking carryouts. How many fucking carryouts is going to be on one fucking block, right? You can't have Walmarts on every single block. There's an ordinance for that, but there's no ordinance for a liquor store and a carryout. Cross the street, liquor store, carryout, pawn shop. Cross the street, go down 2 blocks, liquor store, carryout, pawn shop.
Hey, look, it just might be an alley just between them.
Yeah.
You got a liquor store in one corner, a liquor store in another corner.
Yeah. Or one of those parking speed bumps. I've seen the fucking carryout next to another carryout. Mm-hmm. And them carryouts ain't doing nothing for the community. When was the last time you seen Eastern Carryout hold any type of event for the kids in the summer? You see black businesses like barbershops or mom and pop shops, they'll have something for the kids, or they'll have something but these carryout motherfuckers, they don't do nothing for us. But yet And I'm a victim of this.
We're the prime candidates. I mean, we're the prime customers.
Yeah.
As far as for that.
I'm a victim of it all the time. 3 wings and rice, baby. When I don't feel like cooking, 3 wings and rice. 5 wings and rice. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the shrimp fried rice no more because they only put fucking 6 shrimps on top. And then the middle. Come on, man. Now, I know they doing something with that shrimp fried rice, but we getting away from I'm getting away from the shit. But man, this and another thing, right? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm from the fucking hood. I'm from the hood, right? If you're getting shot at, you're gonna fucking duck or you're gonna fucking run. You're gonna get the fuck out of the way. Now I'm gonna be a conspiracy theorist, right? Because if y'all looking at the screen right now, something passes his ear or whatever, and then you see the motherfuckers behind them just like duck. Nobody moves out the way. Nobody gets off fucking stage. I'd have been gone. If I was at a rally and I heard a fucking gunshot, I'd have been gone. It would be no fucking way that I sit up here and stay on the fucking stage and there's supposed to be some gunshots fired.
And just far as, you know, being a conspiracy theorist and everything like that, right? Just far as that whole layout, right? Because you see the buildings. Normally, you would think Secret Service would have people up in higher elevations just to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As far as you know, the scope out of area. Because with anything, with the president or anybody like that, you usually have the people just secure that type of area.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but what they did say is, you know, that little banner that's across it supposedly is lined with steel to prevent any type of bullets or anything like that. That's what they say. But I don't know. He could have been shocked at the time. I really, it's like you really can't believe anything you see though, but you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. But from a guy that's a pathological liar and everything else under his belt, you like, dude, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I'm looking at this video as y'all are looking at this video, and you know what I see? I don't see that shield that covers his face.
That's not a what you call a shield. Because normally I thought there should be like a shield up there on a podium as well too.
It's no shield up there.
And this is this happened in Butler, Pennsylvania as well. If nobody know, and this happened Saturday. This past Saturday is when this took place.
It's just something fishy about this
whole thing.
This thing, because what they're going to do, like I said, they're going to try to switch the narrative of somebody did try to assassinate him, but they're going to saying that he's a victim of a political party of Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton tried to take him out and shit like that, when it was your own party. Mm-hmm. It was a member of his own party that tried to take him out. He was a Republican. This man that tried to take him out.
And then they shoot and kill him. Supposedly, I think they killed the guy too. The shooter.
Yeah, so we don't have any of his words. We can't. We don't know what he We can't go back and question this guy or get any type of information because he gone. Gone.
I'm gonna send you a clip, right, where they actually look like they showed like the body down or whatever. This is something I sent my wife as well too. I'm gonna send you that clip as well too. But it looked like he was down, like he was done.
Yeah, and we're never going to get the full spectrum of this shit, man. To me, honestly, if anybody asks me, how do you feel about it? Do you feel sorry for him? I'm gonna tell you, hell nah. I don't feel sorry for him because this guy he brought all this shit upon himself. All his words, his actions, the shit that he did. He brought this shit upon himself. Only thing he had to do when he lost the election fairly, right? He lost the election. He didn't have to go on a rampage and say that, I mean, even if he thought that he got cheated out of election, okay, fine, go through the courts, do what you got to do, right? But you have to be an example. This is what people, when people think of how Americans act, they look at the president. The nation looks at the president. He's supposed to be on the cover of the Ebony magazine. That's the fucking spokesperson. That is the Microsoft logo. That is the Xbox logo. So when you think of Xbox, you look at that logo and say, yeah, I want that Xbox, right? When you look at the Grand Wizard, you're supposed to say, yeah, I want to be in America. I want to be a part of this. You're not supposed to be like, this motherfucker, I can go to America, I can rape, I can fucking fondle, I can do all this shit, and I can still be become a president. Yeah, the home of the free. If you're white, you can. Yeah, you can. You can accomplish everything. And I don't want this to be like I'm a prejudiced person, and I don't want to say, yeah, I got white friends and shit. I got a few. I got a couple here and there and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of white friends, but I got a few, and I know some white people, right? So I don't give a fuck. If you're a dick to me, I don't fuck with you. You can be black or white. There's niggas that I don't like, and there's white people that I don't like. And the Grand Wizard is the top fucking one that I don't like. I hate this motherfucker. I don't like him at all. But I don't condone trying to kill that motherfucker, man. I don't condone trying to kill him. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see his ass locked the fuck up for the shit that he did. I'd rather see, don't kill him, lock him the fuck up. Treat him like you would me. Let me do all the shit that this nigga did, and treat him like you would have done Fred Y. Because it makes no fucking sense that you can go out here, you can do all this shit, felonies, and you have shit on tape. You have paper trails. You have all this fucking information. Some of the drug dealers are convicted and they don't have any fucking evidence. Some drug dealers go to prosecution and the prosecutor don't have anything on them. They don't have nothing on them because a smart drug dealer does not. You never know that he's a drug dealer, right? If a nigga serving weight, you'll never know that he's serving weight because a smart drug dealer ain't the flashy motherfucker. He not gonna have he not gonna be rolling down the street with the Benz, and he not gonna have the fat dookie chains and all this other shit, and he not gonna be in the club popping bottles. How do you think these white motherfuckers that do these, not all of them, because some of them are dumbest motherfucker, embezzlement. How you think when they do these embezzlements and shit like that, they don't get caught for years until they start getting sloppy, until they start buying high-end shit and furs and throwing parties and flaunting their wealth and shit? If you would have just stayed in your trailer park and brought all your shit, you can have the finest shit inside the trailer park that you want. And if the shit gets stolen, just buy it again because you got that fucking bread. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to flaunt your wealth. The smartest criminal is a criminal that you don't know that's a criminal. You know what I'm saying? But we got this motherfucker that was a president at one time, and he flaunted his shit. He told you, he was on tape saying, yeah, he'll grab you by the pussy. And then you have women that follow this guy and that vote for this guy. You'll let this guy, if you agree with all the shit that he's saying, you'll let him grab your child's pussy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I hate to be explicit about that, but this is what this guy is saying. Remember, this guy was in charge of a Miss America pageant, and he would go in there while these young girls under the age of 15, he would go in there while they are naked to judge them. And I'm quite sure there are people that has been in these fucking Donald Trump Miss America pageants that's been fondled by this man that has not come forward yet. He's a fucking pedophile. He's a fucking rapist. We know this shit because he's been convicted of this. He has forced himself on A. Jean Carroll. That has been documented. That has been proven. But yet, some of y'all still want to console this man. You want to have pity for this man. You still want this man to run the fucking country. You want to give the codes, nuclear codes, to a man that will grab a young lady by the pussy forcefully. That's the guy that you want to give the nuclear codes to. Again. When he had them before, had them in a shitter. Do you remember that Seinfeld episode when George took that book into the bathroom and he tried to take it back and it was flagged and he couldn't take it back? You remember that episode?
No, I don't remember that episode, no.
Yeah, it was on Seinfeld. Some of y'all, if y'all watch Seinfeld, there was an episode where George had went into, I forgot, Bertano's or something like that, and he had took a book into the bathroom, and when they was in the bookstore, he took the book into the bathroom, and he came out, and one of the employees seen him, and he had to buy the book, and the book cost like over $150, right? And then he tried to take it back and it was flagged somehow. Sometimes when I go on the shitter, I take me a magazine in there, especially when I had the Game Informer magazines, when I used to get them. I used to take them in there. Now I just take my cell phone and look at Amazon and shit or YouTube videos. But you take some source of entertainment in there. This motherfucker had secrets in the bathroom.
Probably going through it while he's like, oh man, look at this. Probably laughing and everything. Like, look at this. Only they knew.
Wiping his ass with shit residue on the top secret folders. I don't know if he had 2-ply or 1-ply, but he looked like he don't spend a lot of money on toiletries. It looks like he get the 1-ply, the cheap 1-ply.
He get the Scotch, the 1,000 sheets. Let me sit in my gold toilet with this 1-ply, huh?
He looks like he's a 1-ply dude. You know what I'm saying? And then he's grabbing secrets, and then he's bragging about it. Then he's showing other people shit that don't have security clearance. Gave his whole family security clearances. Had his daughter, had this broad doing something important through the White House, gave her a security clearance, have never been in politics before. And she got a security clearance. And there was a video of her getting checked by some foreign lady. I remember that. She was like, go back and play with, you know what I'm saying? He's like, she busted her out because she jumped inside the conversation they was having and she ain't know what the fuck she was talking about. But these whole fucking Trumps, man, it's dude, I don't get how this guy is still relevant and people are still accepting the shit that he does, man. He shock
and all, bro.
This guy should not be he should not be nowhere near any type of government facility. The motherfucker shouldn't even get mail anymore. He should not be close to he should not be within 3 meters of a fucking postage stamp. This motherfucker, man, it just infuriates me because as a felon, I can't get a job in the fucking government. I can't get a job in the government fucking picking up trash. I can't be a janitor in a government facility. Oh, because you have a felony. But I didn't do what Trump did. My shit is way low on the scale of what I was convicted for. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hold no fucking government secrets. I wasn't a part of somebody's death because people keep saying this alleged shit. This motherfucker was the one that said, I'll go down to the Capitol with you. And then Secret Service, he grabbing steering wheels because he wants to go down there and all this other shit, right? And all this shit has been proven. This was proven by his own detail. And what happens when you start this insurrection and somebody gets killed? Because if it was not for him telling people to go down there to stop the count, none of none of those police officers that got stopped on and got trampled and got hurt, none of that shit would have happened. None of that shit. Those were actions that he created.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you a scenario, right? Me and Mike, I pick Mike up, and Madden 25 come out, right? I say, Mike, man, we gonna go to the motherfucking no. Mike come pick me up. And I say, Mike, man, Madden 25 came out. Man, I ain't got no money, man. Hey, look, we gonna have to go to the motherfucking GameStop over there. Oh, Forestville ain't got a GameStop anymore. But we gonna have to go over there to the GameStop in Clinton. We gonna have to rob these motherfuckers, man. Because we gotta get that fucking Madden. And Mike drives me to it, and I'm like, okay, just stay in the car, Mike. Just stay in the car. He's like, okay, all right, I got you. And I go in there and I rob this motherfucker for one of these shitty ass copies of Madden. One of the dumbass John Madden, fucking dumb, stupid, shitty ass, same thing that they did 4 or 5 years ago, Madden. Right? I go in there and take it. And then 20 days later, I get a knock on the door. Hey, look. Come on. Ah, shit. But what happened was the nigga inside the GameStop wouldn't give it to me, so I shot him. So now I done killed the motherfucker GameStop employee. Like, he only worked for it. His shift was only an hour. He's 15 minutes into leaving. You know what I'm saying? And I shot him dead. Mike drove me up there. When I get locked up, they lock Mike up too. I ain't gonna snitch. If I got a ride to somebody and I had to do what I ain't gonna fucking snitch. But somehow they got Mike. Well, Mike ain't do nothing but drive up there. He ain't step inside this motherfucker. He ain't do nothing. But fucking drive me up there. Or if I call Mike and say, hey, Mike, hey, can you run me up to the GameStop? And I go in there and I kill a motherfucker over this dumbass fucking Madden. This shitty ass. I know it's going to be a shitty copy of Madden. I know the whole Madden is going to be shitty. It's going to be a dumbass fucking game. It's going to be the same shit that y'all got last year. You know what I'm saying? And I go in and I kill this motherfucker over this fucking game. And they find out, right? Mike gets accessory to the crime. But he never stepped foot in there. He never knew about it. But he get charged too. You know why? Because he was a part of it. So, Mike, you going to jail. You're not going to get life like I got, but you going to jail, Mike. You know what I'm saying? So let Dot know to fucking put some money on your books, because you going to jail, Mike. Fucking commissary, and then they charge you $1 a day to be in jail. So you got to pay to be in jail now, right? So
be in jail now.
Yeah. So I mean, and I'll get off, but look at what happened to Menace Society. Y'all seen Menace Society before? Seen the motherfucker old dog come in there at the get the beer and shit. I feel sorry for your mother. He shot that motherfucker. Right? He shot him. But when they look at the tape, they finally get the tape. They see Kane in the back. He dropped the beer. He ain't had nothing to do with it. And they locked his ass up too.
Yep.
Come on, man. This guy was part of an insurrection. This guy is a fucking criminal. And yet y'all still want him to be a part of the government process. Y'all still want him to make decisions. He's proud of taking women's rights away for an abortion. You get raped by your uncle, you still gotta have the baby. Right? But he took that right away. Mm-hmm. For some states. As a man, you cannot control, no matter how much you niggas think, you cannot control a fucking woman. If every woman in America stopped giving niggas pussy, mm-hmm. they can control the world, right? They can control the world. They can ask for any fucking thing. Niggas do dumb shit for the pussy, right? Niggas. That's how some chicks get the nails done. That's how some chicks get the rent paid, the cars, and all this other shit that they got, the BBLs and the titty enhancements and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And some of them don't even give up the pussy. It's just the fact of trying to go for the pussy that these niggas do this shit for, right? So if all the females in the world were like, look, man, you're not getting no pussy. You're not getting no pussy at all. All this shit would change. Whoa, Roe v. Wade? Yeah, it'll come back. Yeah. Okay, bam, overnight. Cat on the string again. I know. But, hey, y'all, this shit is fucking ridiculous. Right? Trump is a fucking danger. I'm sorry for calling him Trump. I am so fucking sorry. I apologize. The Grand Wizard is a fucking danger to our democracy. It is.
He really is.
He's a fucking threat.
He wanted to change it to a dictatorship. You know, when you saw all the stuff, how he admired Putin and what's that, Kim Jong-un and all them people over there, as far as how they run and stuff like that. No, man, that is not democracy. But that's what he's trying to instill here. And you see the proof is in the pudding. The 2025, whatever somebody, right, that Project 2025, the whole outline of basically how to become a dictatorship. When somebody is up there saying, you know, I don't know what's going on with them people with the Project 2025, but I wish them the best of luck. Huh? If you don't know what's going on with something, why are you going to wish somebody the best of luck? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm like, people just open up your brain. Use your brain, people. If you want to have rights and everything, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to have rights, vote for this dude. If you don't want to, you just want to be controlled and everything, vote for this dude. If you want to have rights or whatever, man, do what you think is best. You know what I'm saying? So, and there it is. I done said enough. I'm good.
People just don't care. Some people just don't care. Let me tell it, and we're about to wrap this up, right? But let me talk to our uppity niggas, right? Our uppity niggas that made it to the top and don't give fucking back, right? Don't think that you, just because your dollars are swollen because you got more O's in your account than that's in a fucking Cheerio box, right? Don't think that you can't be brought back down a peg to let you know, hey, your skin, though it may not be as dark as mine, you're still considered a nigga. At the end of the day, the American government does not fuck with black people. They don't. Some law enforcements, because we do have friends that's in law enforcement that watches this channel, right? And I'm not talking about them, excluding them, because I only know 2 people. Law enforcement as a whole does not fuck with black people. It's in the fucking pudding. It's in the proof. Look at the fucking the type of sentences that we get versus what our white counterparts are given. Look at the treatment that we have been gone through, that our ancestors had went through, that trickled down to what we're going through now. Look at how that affects us. It's just like a person, an adult that has been abused as a child carries that into their adulthood, right? Trust me, this is shit that I know personally. So that shit gets carried over into their adulthood. So that affects their relationships with people, how they talk to people, their mannerisms. You take a nigga from the hood, right? You take a nigga from Berry Farms, drug dealer, or whatever the fuck, or whatever the fuck he did in Berry Farms, right? And fast forward to 30 years old. You take a motherfucker that grew up in the suburbs, Gaithersburg, Wheaton. You know what I'm saying? You take a motherfucker that's been growing up there, them big houses and shit like that. You put both of these motherfuckers together on a job, they're going to fucking clash. Because they were raised differently, right? They were raised differently and their attitudes are not the fucking same. You can't take a nigga from the hood and expect him, if he went through so much turmoil as an adult, and think that his behavior would change. Not even with updated finances will it change, because that person will revert back to some of the shit that happened in their childhood, versus a person that grew up in the fucking suburbs, the Lake Arbors and shit like that, and now there's an adult that's living a pretty good, decent fucking life, right? That, in the whole, goes back to slavery. How our ancestors was treated as slaves, right? How we were slaves, how we was disciplined as slaves. You got a whooping if you dropped eggs. You got a whooping if you didn't make the quote on the cotton shit. You got whipped and shit. And then fast forward to the 70s and the 80s, and we all joke about this. You know what I'm saying? About how we got whipped with Hot Wheel tracks and belts and switches and tree stumps and broom handles and shit like that. That shit goes back to fucking slavery, because that type of behavior was forced on their parents, that their parents turned around and put on them. And then the grandparents turned, you know what I'm saying? It's just an ongoing cycle. And none of the people that were slaves, even though they were able to buy their way out of slavery and buy houses and land and shit like that, they still had to go through something. Because I guarantee you, that's why I said black people have so many potholes in their history, because you don't know your fucking history. Alex Haley, I mean, he did Roots. He don't know every fucking thing, because there's been so many people in that family that has been killed that you can't trace your ancestors back because you have so many fucking potholes in it. And that's what we're dealing with now. Fast forward 500 years. Why are we dealing with some shit that happened to us 500 years ago? You know, it's called, what do they call it? Side stream smoking, right? Where you get lung cancer. You don't smoke cigarettes, but you're dating somebody that smokes, and then you're in the car and you're inhaling cigarette smoke, right? And you get lung cancer. How the fuck I get lung cancer? I didn't smoke Newports. You know what I'm saying? My girl smoked Newports, but I got fucking lung cancer. You know what I'm saying? So it's over time that this shit happens. This shit goes back at thousands of years, right? And then the descendants are the people that's in the 2000s now, right? The 70 babies. You know what I'm saying? Because this generation, I swear, this generation of kids are some fucking idiots. And I'm flat out. I don't give a fuck about your kids and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about me talking about your kids. What I'm saying is, I'll say some of these kids, right, are fucking idiots, because the way that their parents had them grow up, right? Right? Their parents want to be their friends. You don't want to be a parent. You want to be a fucking best friend, right? You want to smoke and you want to drink with them at an early age and shit. Nah, nigga, I'm not fucking drinking with you at 13. You're not smoking with me at fucking 13. You're not staying out past fucking 10 o'clock on a school night. Nigga, if you try to come in the house at 10:01, you be sleeping on the fucking porch. You better set your iPhone alarm so you can wake up and go to fucking school in the morning. You better shower up in the fucking bathroom, because you're not coming in this house at 10:01 at night. You You know what I'm saying? That's how it was back in the fucking day, bruh. The street lights come on, you ain't in that house. Mother at the fucking door in the ice cream truck dress. You know, the one that got the one pocket and shit to give out the change to the kids with a switch, waiting to tear your ass up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're dealing with. So America in this whole don't fuck with black people. The government in this whole don't fuck with black people. Where do you think that fucking the police came from? Police are descendants of slave catchers. That's how the police department got formed, because they were former slave catchers. When you escape, that's who came out there, the dogs biting your ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at fucking tapes of the 70s when the dogs biting your ass, that German Shepherd biting your fucking ass. That ain't nothing but a fucking slave catcher. And why the fuck are you racist motherfuckers? Why are you mad at us? You the one that brought us up over here. You the one that brought out this sentence over here. We was happy living in the fucking jungles and swatting flies off of us and shit and chasing lions and shit like that. Having some motherfuckers having multiple wives and shit like that. 3 or 4 or 5, 6 or 7, 8 of the motherfuckers. They took us from that land, brought us over here. We built this out, not we, because I ain't this shit. Our ancestors built this country. How many times we rebuilt the fucking White House after it was burned down? America is not for a black man. If you took all of us, everybody black, I'm talking even you light-skinned motherfuckers, right? If you took all of us, if you had a black grandparent or your grandparent had a black grandparent, you get on the fucking ship and you go to black planet. You know what I'm saying? Where there ain't nothing but niggas. Or you put us back in fucking Africa. You take all the black people back. Nah. Because they'll try to control that shit too. You take us and put us on another planet, right? So you don't have no black people at all. Don't you know the police department would have nothing to fucking do? The judges and the court systems, they'll have to resort to selling Avon and Candy Dids because they wouldn't have shit to do. Because you're not going to prosecute no white motherfucker, and even if you do, you're not going to give them any type of jail time. The fucking jail cells will be so clean. Motherfuckers be like you got to report to jail. I ain't going to jail. Give me like 4 hours and shit. Okay. 4 hours come. Man, shit, man. I'm in the middle of some pussy, man. I can't come. Give me about like 3 more hours. Okay. And on and on and on until fucking a year later, well, your police, your prison time is up. Oh, for real? I was about to go in that motherfucker. All right, well, all right, see you. Click. That's how America would be if all the black people were shipped off to another fucking planet. Wouldn't have nothing to do. It wouldn't even be no police department and shit. It wouldn't be no police department. It wouldn't be no government. It wouldn't be no Democratic Party or Republican Party. All this to me is a ploy to keep us down. And I say that because of the motherfucker that was attempted, that shit failed. He shows why America don't fuck with black people. Why, if you're white, it's always right. If you're black, sit your ass down and let me see. Sit your ass down. Okay. If you're white, you're right. If you're black, sit your ass down, Jack. That's the best I can come up with. I'll probably come up with something later on, but yeah, that's it. I'm through. Hey, please leave a comment. Carry this subject a little bit further. If this is our opinions of everything that we have said, this is opinion. This is our fact. It may not be factual to you, but it's factual to us. Every comment that I said, I will never apologize for it. Okay, I said it because I meant it. Anything Mike said, he said because he meant it, right? Mike don't go off the cuff like I go off the cuff, right? I have no fucking filter. I'm not even apologizing for it. I said what I said. 2 tears in the bucket, fuck it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I stand strongly behind what I fucking said. America is not for black people. America is not for black people. And the proof is in this footage that you're seeing. This guy that's been convicted, this guy that is a felon, and you can still run for president. Yet I can't even get a fucking janitorial job at a fucking at a government building. I can't even get a fucking security clearance to get inside of a federal bit. I can't. You know what's fucked up? And I'm gonna end the show, right? My last job, I couldn't even get on a fucking military base. I couldn't even get on a fucking military base to do the job that I was hired to do. Why? Because I had a felony. When? Years ago when I was a teen. I couldn't even get on a fucking military base. How the fuck is that? I couldn't, like, when I went to, y'all know what I used to do, right? When I would go in there, you had to fill out this form, and then they had to run a real quick background check in order to let you in. And I tried to go on a naval base in Washington, D.C. and shit, and they denied me twice. And I was like, look, man, I can't go. You gonna have to send the other dude back up there. Cause I can't go on base, right? I can't go on base. Why? Because I had a felony back when I was a fucking teen. But yet this motherfucker can run for president? Can I run for president? Fuck no.
Hey, why not? Why not, Fred? Put your hand in the bed.
You know what, Mike?
What's up?
The Gamer Show. If I live 4 more years, I am running for president. I'm dead serious. Mike, you want to be my vice president?
Why the hell not, bro? Why the hell not?
Hey.
Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go.
We can give away. Okay, we're going to give away a copy of GTA. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, Bird had made a comment, and he said, remember last week we were talking about something, trying to find the episode or when.
The episode where I fell asleep at?
Yeah. Or when did you first hear about the game show? He said, Bird said that the first episode I watched was The Troll and I. That's how I found y'all. And I said, oh, that was Mike's favorite game. Hey, congratulations. You know what, Bird? Fuck it. You get a copy of GTA 5 when it come out. You know what I'm saying? Because he watched religiously, and that's it. This will be the last copy of GTA 5 that we're going to give out. Now, we had a couple of contests about that, but Bird, I got you, bro. The other thing is, if we're gonna make this challenging for y'all, the first person that can come up, because I'm dead serious, I'm gonna run for president, right? I want somebody, you don't have to be terrific with the graphics or whatever. I want you to make a poster of President Y and Vice President C. I want you to make a poster for that. And I'm serious. I'm going to go down. If somebody creates that poster, I will go down in front of the White House and I will campaign. I will put my bid in to be president of the United States. Because if this motherfucker can do it, why can't I? So, hey, if you make a poster for us, right, you will get a copy of GTA 5 when it comes out. Okay? And that's the last copy of GTA 5.
No, not GTA 5. GTA 6.
Oh, GTA 6.
You gonna give me 5.
I'm sorry.
Here you go. I told you 5.
GTA 6. So Bird, I'll give you a copy of that. Thank you, brother. But and if somebody can make us a poster, when's the next election?
5 November.
No, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2029, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
hold on, wait. Yeah, 2029, yeah.
So I want somebody to make a sign. I'm an independent, right? So I want somebody to make a sign for MikeC and Fred Y. Vice, you can either have Mike as the vice president or as the president, and you can have me for the vice president or the president. I want y'all to make us a sign. The first person that posts that, right? Post that. Either post that on our Facebook. Yeah, do it on the Facebook because it's easier for us to see. Put us in the run for 2029 because shit, you know what? I'm running, Mike, and I'm gonna get Rayful Evans out, and I'm gonna make him
Treasury Department.
Yeah, because he made a lot of money. He made a lot of money, so okay. So Rayful Evans is going to be treasurer, right? And yeah, I got some other people in mind, and I'm gonna have the junkyard band and the backyard band. I'm gonna give all of them motherfuckers security clearances, and they're gonna be. I'm gonna have Genghis and Bugs be in charge of something. Wincy and Wink. I'm gonna have to find Black Pooh and Demi Doc and Baker.
Hey, Fred.
Yeah.
Hey. Send this thing, man.
Okay.
So, like always, guys, hit us up at the Gamer Show. Please excuse for us being so long-winded, but we had a lot to say. Hey, man, hit the bell. We notify when we drop video like these. Tell people about what we do here at the Gamer Show and Fred's wonderful rants. Love them. Go ahead, Fred.
Yeah. So, hey, y'all. Thanks for watching and all that good stuff. And I'm trying to find the outro music. There you go. Yeah. So please, man, we appreciate y'all watching. Keep this topic up, man, and we'll discuss a little bit more. But I'm dead serious. This is the last copy of GTA 6 I'm gonna give away. Please create that poster and put it on our Facebook page, and I'm going to start campaigning. I'm running for president in 2029 with my felony and all that shit. And I'm gonna be the baddest ass president. I'm like, what's up, motherfuckers? Y'all tuned in? I ain't gonna have no. He ain't had no filter. I'm not gonna have no filter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be a dictator or nothing like that. But I'm gonna be like, man, I don't fuck with this person. I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. I'm gonna tell you everybody I don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? And Jerome is one of the niggas I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with that nigga at all. And they know what Jerome I'm talking about, bitch ass nigga. All right. So yeah, that totally went left, Mike. Man, I don't fuck with Jerome.
We'll see you next time on WWTF.
We want the facts.
We want the Gamer Show. See y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Later, y'all.